Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every other day, at least these days anyway. The key there being recovering, guys. You know what? I woke up this morning, before I even opened my eyes, I could smell the smell of spring in the air, and that is such a beautiful thing. It's had me in a great mood all day. And let's see what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about everything. First of all, guys, please subscribe. I see a lot of people watching videos, not everybody's subscribing, and that's okay. I'm so grateful for you guys being here, taking the time to watch these things. Hopefully they're helping. I know they're helping, so I'm starting to get a lot of feedback. So I know a lot of people appreciate what I'm doing, and I love you for it. Thank you so much. But guys, please subscribe, leave a comment. It means the world, and it helps helps slowly grow this channel. And we're starting to gain a little traction here. But regardless, it's my passion. I'm going to keep doing it because it means a lot to me, and it keeps me accountable for my daily life, and that's everything to me. We talked about it, guys. I struggled, right? I was an alcoholic. I am an alcoholic. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I hadn't drank in 24 years. But, the problem was I put down the drink and I picked up the drugs. And then the drugs, man. I mean, I'd always done drugs. I've been doing drugs since I was 10 years old, right? I wanted to get out of my head, get out of my skin since I was 10 years old. And, but when I quit the drinking, I really picked up the drugs. And that's what really took over my life. And it's, we're talking better part of 30 years, 20 of which I was addicted to heroin and fentanyl. And before that, I was on a 10-year cocaine run that day. I looked like Skeletor. I was like 105 pounds. I'm like 190 today, right? I mean, ridiculous. Anyway, I like to focus more about where I am today. Guys, every day things are getting better because I'm expanding my mind. I'm actually going to start a second channel here soon. We'll talk about that as I do it. But it's because I'm investing in myself, right? I'm taking all these different online seminars. I did a Tony Robbins summit. I'm doing a hypnosis session this weekend because I got a lot of subconscious money blocks. I've worked my ass off and made millions of dollars, and I've never been able to hold on to any of it because I realized part of it was I have a negative block over money. Like, I was always taught that money was the root of all evil, and I've said that myself probably a million times. And today I realize that's not the case, man. Money is just an energy. And when you develop a good relationship with money, it makes it easier for it to come by, right? I mean, I probably blocked more money coming into my life, or just thrown money away because I think I was afraid to succeed. I was afraid to have it. And I tell you these things, guys, not because it's cool to say it, right? It's embarrassing to say these things, but it's real. And I know a lot of other people suffer from the same things that I do, and I'm learning to overcome them. And I want you guys to know that you can too. I mean, if you follow my videos, you'll see what I've overcome. The hand of God is playing a part in my daily life, and it's the most amazing feeling, guys. I mean, it brings me to tears constantly. I feel so incredibly blessed, and there's times that I wonder why. Like, why me? Why did I suddenly get lifted out of the fire? But then I look back and I realize it's because I always try, and this was a conscious decision, guys, right? I decided to see the good in life. I decided that no matter how much I beat myself up, or how much I got beat up, and honestly, it was me beating myself up and inviting others to do the same. But that's, a side note. But the thing was, I chose to see the beauty. I chose to have the spark, the desire to want to help other people and make a difference in people's lives and be a good person, right? And that literally aligned myself with a miracle. I talked about that in a previous video. I'm making myself an easy target for miracles today. As where before I was constantly making myself an easy target for negativity. And that was conscious decision, guys. And you can do the same. I invite you to do the same. I implore you to do the same. I'm not doing this because one of these videos is going to go viral. This is the furthest thing from viral that's going to happen. And I'm okay with that. I'm not looking for virality. I don't expect that. I expect to work for everything I get. But I'm realizing that I don't have to do it in the same way that I always did. But I'm doing the research, and the more I research on here, the better off it is for me. I find things for myself along the way, and if nothing else, it's forcing me to grow and learn and want to be better, and that's what it is today, guys. I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to get better, and I am, and you can as well. Most important thing, guys, is you believe in yourself, right? Follow your dreams, chase your dreams. Don't let anybody else's negative but don't let anybody else project negativity upon you. People love to keep people stuck because misery loves company. Most people don't want to do the work, and I suspect if you watch my videos and you want to do the work, so do the work. It's not that difficult, guys. I keep coming to these things where I'm coming to a crossroads in life. I got another big decision coming up, and I wasn't even sure what that is, but it's just the downloads that I'm getting, and now I'm starting to see it. because I'm phasing out of getting up and going to work every day and picking up a hammer or picking up a trowel or picking up a whatever a pair of pliers or a torch or whatever the case may be, because I do a lot of things, guys. I've always known that I wasn't where I was supposed to be, so I was always looking for the next physical job to do it, and that's not where it's at. I'm leaning towards my strengths as somebody that picks up on stuff, and I'm very good at teaching others. So just leaning into that, right? As I'm picking up new clients, I'm starting to look at taking on a couple of guys and putting a couple of guys to work, and not only making them money, but and obviously making myself money and not having to do more of the management side of things. I'm stepping into more of a managerial role, as well as a spiritual leader role, a teaching role here online, and that's great. And I still have hesitation when I call myself a spiritual teacher, but it's literally what I am. I've been given this information, I've been given this new life, and it's here for me to share. And it's just by doing the work that I have, right? I started believing in myself, but before I could believe in myself, I had to prove to myself that I could do these things, right? And that I was worth it. So I took the time that I needed to do that, to heal the things I need to heal, to forgive the things I need to forgive, taking the time to pray, to meditate, to get healthy, to make sure I was over my bad habits. And I could have just put down the drugs and then slowly, sometimes, further down the road, pick them right back up. But the difference is, guys, I leaned into God. I gave myself to God. I've dedicated my life to His service and His will over mine. That's something I pray for every day. Say, God, I know your will is higher than mine. I turn my will over to you. I ask that I do your will. And I get these, I kind of get these intuitive nudges throughout the day and different signs. And I just meditate and realize what it is that I want. And that's the thing, guys. I literally medicated myself for so long, I really didn't even know what I wanted. And I'm slowly starting to figure it out. And we'll expand upon that more as I get a little more down the road. I don't like there's still so much negativity around it that I'm still hesitancy to, I still hesitate to be a little too, to be too open, because some things I want to keep close to my vest until I get a solid foundation. And that's something I recommend for you guys as well. You have a new idea, by all means, go for your dreams, guys. You got to go for your dreams. Success comes from happiness, right? Be happy. Do what you're passionate about, providing it's a good thing and doesn't hurt somebody else. Obviously, you don't want to do anything that's negative and hurt anybody else. And I suspect if you didn't know that, you wouldn't, if that wasn't an automatic desire, I don't think you'd be here watching these videos, right? So we're going to assume that you're a good person for being here, because that's what my community. So the number one thing this is about is just being the best version of yourself that you can. That's the other thing I pray about every single time I pray. God, help me to be the best version of myself. And I'm finding it's working, guys. I've changed. Not even changing. I've changed who I am. I love who I am today. I can honestly say that, because I'm looking out for other people. But at the same time, I'm putting myself first. I'm not letting anybody steamroll over me. And it's funny, because anybody that really doesn't support what I'm doing, I look and there's a reason. It's because they were making money off me, or they weren't having to work because they were getting me to do extra work for them, right? And you got to be willing to cut those people out, right? In order to invest in yourself, you got to get all these vampires that are sucking you dry off your back. I mean, it's simple as that. And I used to worry so much about saying things like that, because I'm sure there's people that were part of that crew that are probably watching my videos, and I don't care. You know what it is, what it is. It's time to get the message, guys. You're either going to support me, you're going to reciprocate with me, or you're not going to get shit from me. It's simple as that. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but I just can't allow anything to hold me back, and either can you. When I say these things, I refer to myself because it's an I program that I'm in, but I want you guys to know, I'm telling you for yourself. Believe in yourself, right? If you have any limiting beliefs, do whatever you got to do to get over those, whether it's hypnosis, whether it's meditation, prayer. I'm doing all these things. I'm working with a therapist. And it's funny, because I'm in a pretty good place, and my therapist mentioned all the time that I'm in a good place, but at the same time, I just free talk, because he'll catch red flags and give me little heads up and things that I gotta watch out for, right? I talked about it, like I allowed a drug dealer to mess with me a second time the other night, and I'm like, why would I after the first time, I should have blocked him, because there's no need. There's nothing to come of that relationship that's positive, right? I wish him all the, because he's also a musician. I told him, go for your music. I don't wish him any luck in the drug dealing, because it's just terrible, right? You're poisoning people, and I can't respect that, though. I understand it. It's easy money. I've done it myself, so I can't really say too much about it, other than it's not where I'm at today. But now I blocked the number. And I just, make the right decisions for the right reasons, guys. Like I was able to tell myself I enjoy the challenge, and I do. I love every time I get a message from one of these people, and I'm like, I feel strong enough to be like, nah, dude, I'm good, man. Don't bother anymore. But at the same time, there's a risk factor involved, and you want to protect yourself from that risk. That's why I'm doing Sublocade, even though I have no desires, I have no cravings, and I know I'm not going back, but I still continue to do the Sublocade because it doesn't take anything away from me, and it just gives me that added layer of protection and removes that risk factor, because you never know, guys. You could have one bad day and make one bad decision, and I don't want to go backwards to that. And I know the most likely outcome from that today, because of the way that I did drugs, that I'd probably overdose and die, and be at a place I wouldn't come back from, because I don't have a tolerance now, and I just the way I'm used to doing drugs. I didn't do anything in moderation, right? That's why I had the issues that I had. So anyway, the point of this, guys, is spring coming. There's a whole new world out there. There's a lot of really good energy in the world right now. A lot of good, and there's a lot of negativity. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things collapsing, and the reason we're seeing so much destruction in this world is because there's a new season coming. You want to be on the forefront of that, and that's what I am, guys. In a few years from now, I'm going to be a leader of some sort in this new world. Okay, that's why I've started where I am. That's why I'm doing the work I am, and I implore you to come along. I implore you to come with us. There's so much better. If you're suffering in addiction, guys, just know that there is a way out, and there's a very easy way out. And by all means, feel free to, if you're struggling, you just need somebody to listen to you and give you a little, just to pep you up, give you a little advice, point in the right direction. Please, by all means, reach out. This is why I'm doing this, guys. I'm not doing this to look pretty. I want to help. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to be a paid life coach. I'm offering you free advice and a free place to be safe, a safe space to talk, to point you in the right direction, to pump you up and help you along the way, right? Anybody coming out of rehab, if you need anything, any resources, I've been looking up a lot of resources for myself and for other people, so I got a lot of stuff listed here, and if you need anything, by all means, let me know. I'm happy to help. That's what we're doing this for. But first and foremost, guys, you got to do it for yourself, right? You got to understand you can't sit around waiting for somebody to come and save you. You got to save yourself, and you can save yourself. And in saving yourself, you just get the ball rolling. You stop believing in yourself, guys. Heal your hurts. Let things go. You can't walk around with an 800-pound gorilla on your back and expect to climb to the top of anything, guys. You got to let go of that shit, and you can. It's as simple as that. You can. I've done it. There's nothing special about me other than I have a spark. Right, and that's not true. I'm making a lot of things special about me because I'm doing the work, but I'm not doing anything that nobody else can do. I don't have this. I don't have some special, special ability that's magical. And so I just had a willingness and a desire to get better and do better, right, and want better, and do better, want better, do better, get better. That's my mantra these days, right? I say things out of line a lot because I'm just, whatever it is, what it is. I'm not perfect, right, and I'm never going to be perfect. But I'm going to be better tomorrow than I was today, and I'm a hell of a lot better today than I was yesterday, and I'm going to continue along those lines, and you can too. That's the biggest message I try to convey to you guys, is you're worth it. You can do this. Don't let anybody hold you back. If there's somebody that's holding you back, break out that sword. I say it all the time. I keep my sword very sharp these days because anything negative has to get cut out of my life. I don't have room for it. And remember, every time you put down something negative, you make room for something positive come into your life. If you pray and meditate, if you do rituals, if you do the work, guys, whatever your path may be, find the one that is in alignment with who you are, find your purpose, and go after it. You can't fail. You will not fail. You might stumble. We all stumble. We all fall. Just get back up. It doesn't matter if you fall 99 times as long as you get back up 100, so forth and so on, guys. It's all I can't say more than that. There's nothing more that needs to be said. Guys, reach out, please. Like, subscribe. Remember, more than anything, guys, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much for giving me this platform to speak. You guys have no idea. This is a dream come true to me. I'm still getting over a lot of my anxieties and whatnot. Not that I really have anxiety, but my uncomfortability with not being where I want to be before I present myself. But that's not real and that's not raw, right? And that's what this is about, letting you guys know that you can overcome anything, guys. And there's steps to doing so. There's always a progression to everything. You don't snap your fingers and one day you're on top of the world. You chip away at it day by day, and that's why I come back to these videos day by day. I want you guys to see. And if you go back and look at my early videos, I think I'm coming up on just about 50 of these consecutive videos. I skip a day here and there. But I go back and look at the beginning ones to see now, and I see the difference in the progression and just the message that I'm bringing across, and I see that I'm growing and progressing every day, and I'm so incredibly proud. so incredibly happy for this, right? I love who I am today. I love you. God loves you. I love you. Guys, be blessed. Be safe. Help somebody else along the way. But do the work. Reach out. Let me know what you're doing, okay? Thank you, guys. See you in the next one.